chuddies jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more chuddies jumping on the bed."
Hello, Goyam. It is a wonderful, wonderful day. A wonderful Friday night. Sunny outside. It's in the upper 50s. Wonderful day for Michigan and therefore the world. So I don't have a lot of organized thoughts for this particular update. I do have a list of stuff. And I want to lead with something important. The first thing is, let's talk about this Anon. Even in the last thread, I believe, was spurting out over chicken fried. Classic Friday night SMG meme. I'll include it here, probably at the end of this, but he was spurting out. This guy was spurting out about everything, clearly seething over something. But he had mentioned that it all boils down to, he was saying how fried chicken is not an American thing and that it's goy slop and that we're all stupid for enjoying a little bit of chicken fried. And even enjoying a cold beer on a Friday night was considered too much for him. And that it's not the culture of America. All right, let me go ahead and just elaborate on that a little bit further. Let's talk about culinary, what is culinary cuisine in the world. Okay, yeah, so fried chicken is crossing the line here in the States. Okay, well, let's talk about the rest of the world, shall we? In Mexico, all they eat is fucking beans and tortillas, okay? Let's go over to Europe, or actually, let's go up to fucking Canada first. All Canada fucking eats is French fries with gravy and fucking cheese curds. Oh, that's cuisine. Let's go overseas to the UK. They eat fucking mushy peas and sausage rolls. Yeah, that's fucking high-star cuisine, right? France. All they do is put butter on everything. Yeah, they eat fucking snails covered in butter. Ooh, look at that rich cuisine. Alright, let's go over to Germany. Oh, they don't eat fried chicken because they're cultured. No, they eat a fucking flattened out fucking chicken breast that's this fucking big and call it schnitzel. Oh, that's cultured, right? Let's go over to Chinkistan over there in China. You know, all they eat is fucking rice and organ meats. Okay, that's cuisine, right? So my point is, not only, if the food sucks in the United States, the food sucks everywhere, okay? One more thing, let's talk about, what's that gook restaurant, that chicken place? I don't know, I have to look it up. Filipino place. Jollibee, yeah. Let's have spaghetti with ketchup. That's fucking cuisine, right? So, anyways, getting away from that, yeah. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of chicken fried, or even a cold beer on a Friday night. So, and to take it further, the meme almost originated from the fact that when now this is quintessential America. Okay, this is why this country is great. During a CNN broadcast where Russia is bombing Ukraine, okay. Normally, you would think this is a serious moment. We're going to have to take let's take this news seriously. Let's report on everything we see. Not enough for the U.S. Okay. Not only do you have to market all of war and all this stuff, we actually have to throw a commercial on top of that, which is where the chicken fried meme comes from. When I'm watching my news and watching World War III start, I need to see a gyrating cowboy. Okay, on top of that for an Applebee's commercial. So.
And a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio.
Get 5 boneless wings for $1 with any handcrafted burger. Only at Applebee's.
Anyways, to round this out, the chud who was upset about great American traditions, such as chicken fried, such as a cold beer on a Friday night, such as a pair of jeans that fit just right. Okay, all of these things are quintessential Americana. So you can see it all you want, but you can just stay in your basement and watch anime because the rest of us are going to enjoy America for what it is. So wanted to get that out of the way first, and I apologize. But so the next person I want to talk about is the tarot card Anon. Now, if there is one thing that I appreciate a lot, it is people who cast out technical analysis and FA, and they use superstition. They use spiritual predictions for the market. I find those to be way more effective. Excuse me. Tarot cards, I think, are the future of stock trading. I think tarot cards are going to be how we accurately predict stocks in the future. That being said, I'm a little bit upset at that Anon because I had specifically asked him not once, not twice, but thrice times to do a tarot card reading on NYCB, and he did not fulfill that ask. So you're already on the hot seat, tarot card Anon. I expect you. I don't really need the tarot card reading because I already know where NYCB is going. It's going straight to the moon. If you do a tarot card reading for NYCB, it's going to be first card's going to be a moon, rocket ship to the moon. I already know that. So can we please get an NYCB tarot card reading just for the lols, please? Another Anon who responded well. Any kind of Hellraiser posting, Pinhead posting is welcome. I very much love that series, and I think it has a place within the markets. I think Pinhead is a good representation, really of Bobos. I think Pinhead is a Bobo. He is the Bobo of the markets. As he has once said, his quote is, angel to some, demon to others, I believe is the quote. That is what Bobo is to the market. So, Hellraiser posting is always appreciated. Next up, a very important thing. Yeah, so this has to be addressed. So, let's talk about thread splitting and early baking. Okay, every once in a while, every once in a great while, we have to do this rigmarole where we talk about how retards either split threads or they bake 50 posts early. This has to stop. So here's the thing. Announce a bake. Once somebody announces a bake, that's it. Nobody else should even bother considering baking. Once a bake's announced, it's done. That person finishes the baking process, pulls it out of the oven when it's complete, and presents it to us once it's done. So, no, we don't need anybody else rushing to bake after that. Once it's announced, it's done. As far as early bakers, they're just as bad. Okay, again, it's rushing to bake so that you can get whatever stupid OP image you want up there first. Okay, 300 posts is the absolute, that's the limit. Okay, you do not bake before 300. After the minute you hit 300, anybody can bake. It's fair game. Never ever bake before 300. That's the standard. That's the SMG rule of law. So none of that. No more. The last thing I want to talk about. Well, not the last thing. I want to move on to the next thing. The last thing I will talk about though is Bloomberg Anon. I'm going to include that that's going to be the very last thing I talk about because this is very important and it's a bit of a revelation for me that I should have caught on sooner, but I didn't. I want to talk about some stocks now, so I'm going to move on. The first stock I want to talk about is a ticker called MSTR. What is MSTR? That is MicroStrategy. It is currently sitting at 1,791 cents a share. Ridiculous, first of all. That is a ridiculous price for this shit stock. Let's see, it's got a PE of 63. That's not a big deal. Market cap of 30 billion, which, again, I think it's too much. And what is it that they do, you ask? MicroStrategy engages in the provision of enterprise analytics and mobility software. The firm designs, develops, markets, and sells software platforms through licensing arrangements and cloud-based subscriptions and related services. Its product packages include Hyper. Okay, the company was founded by Michael J. Saylor and Sanjeev K. Bansal. Okay. We're off to a bad start there. The CEO is Fong Q Lee. I have a Pajit and a chink in this. Okay, so we're already off to a really bad start. They are up, Jesus, what are they up the last 3 months? 211%, up 149%. I don't even know why they're up. So long story short on this one, this is an instant short. This is a pump and dump if I've ever seen it. I don't know who's buying this crap at these prices. So if you want a little stock advice, short this turd. Next stock that is on my right. Well, okay, so there's the two obvious ones. So my position my opinion on NVIDIA is still unchanged. Way overpriced, way overvalued. You again come out, tap the mic, AI, 1,000% the next day. Hello, we're creating a completely paused chat bot that's actually worse than Google. Give me money. $1 trillion in investments come in. Stupid. It's gonna shit the bed when the tech bubble bursts, which it's already bursting. And then the next obvious play. So you're talking about NVIDIA is up here. You're buying the top. Anyone buying NVIDIA is up here. They're buying the top. You're buying the bags of my people right here. You want to keep doing that? Go ahead. Or you could do the smart play that's already paying back to anybody who's gotten in, even recently. You're buying down here, the very bottom of NYCB. Okay? It's gone up like 25% in the last week. So there were smart people who bought under 3. I didn't. So obviously I got in when I got in. I'm at like $4.97 average. People bought under $3 and they're reaping the benefits. There's no chance of the bank collapsing. It's all past now. Everything's stabilized and NYCB is going to just come back and recover. That being said, there are some people who are a little bit too aggressive on the recovery. And Adon asked me earlier today about he had I think it was April 2nd or April 5th $5 calls. I think that's a little bit on the aggressive side, and I'm being completely honest with you here. It's going to be a bit of a slow recovery, but it's still going to be a recovery, and it's not even slow. I was going to say it's going to be a moderate recovery, but you can't expect another like 50% in like less than a month. That's a little excessive. So I would roll those calls out a little bit longer, and you'll still gain from it. Another important play. Some of you may remember this stock. The stock hasn't been talked about in quite many years, I don't think, but it needs to be talked about now. In that stock is the ticker GEO. That is GEO Group. Now, to explain what they do, I will give you the whole spiel on here. They engage in the design, financing, development, and support services for secure facilities, processing centers, and community reentry facilities. It operates through the following segments: U.S. Secure, Electronic Monitoring, Supervision, Reentry, and International Services. The U.S. Secure Services segment encompasses the United States-based public-private partnership corrections and detention business. So they are a prison business. They are a private prison. I can't think of a better time to get into that now. Now, people who have been in on this since it was like 7. There are some people. Michael Burry was in on this. I don't know if he still is, but he was. Since the stock was like $5, $6, $7. So it has risen quite a bit since then. But I will explain why now is the time to buy. And there was an article just posted now that the GEO Group awarded 5-year contract by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Okay, and what they mean by it, to be more specific, GEO Transport, their subsidiary, has been awarded a 5-year contract inclusive of option periods to provide air operations support services on behalf of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, as a subcontractor to CSI Aviation, which has been selected by ICE as the prime contractor. So what are we doing? We're taking all those beaners and they're going right back. So they're getting a contract for that. I don't know. Sounds like a good buy to me, and I think they pay a dividend as well. Let's see if this states that. I don't know if they pay a dividend. I don't see a dividend. No, there's no dividend yield. There used to be. I guess there's not anymore. I'd keep an eye on that one. Take a flyer on it. A stock I don't like has been shilled here, and that is Lithium Americas Argentina Corp. They are a resource company which engages in lithium development projects. Now, lithium is never going to be a thing. EVs are a meme, a bad one. Elon Musk is going to go bankrupt here soon. It's all a scam. It was always a scam. EVs were always going to be a scam, and lithium is a scam. So I don't see any reason to buy this. There's no reason to buy this. It's down. It's up like 16% in the month, but it's down 20% in the last 3. I would stay away from this big time. They have a negative 45 PE ratio, which means they're not profitable, not even close. Yeah, so I don't see the allure of this. Their 52-week high is $23, and now they're sitting at 5. There's no upside here. I think it's being shilled by a name fag. I'm not buying it. You should stay away from it. But I will tell you what you shouldn't stay away from, and that, my friend, is cocoa futures. So cocoa futures, for whatever reason, chocolate apparently is a rare commodity now. I looked it up earlier. They are up, 10% in the last 15 minutes? The last week? In the last week, they've gone from 6,500 to 8,100. What the fuck is going on with chocolate? What's the deal with chocolate? Yeah, it says Hershey's and Cadbury chocolate makers eye price hikes to cover Cocoa Crunch. I don't know why, but apparently you're going to see candy bars go up in price now because of inflation. So I think their rating they had was to buy cocoa futures. They have it as the technicals on this have cocoa futures a strong buy rating. So we want to talk about OJ sometimes. We want to talk about lean hogs. Let's talk about cocoa for a minute because this shit's crazy. So again, take a flyer on it. And the last thing is we're talking about lithium. Let's talk about precious metals and how they will never be a thing. As long as the U.S. dollar exists, PMs will never be a thing. And you just need to know that. They are going to crab for eternity. They have been crabbing for like 50 years. So you say, well, I guess I can't make money with that. Well, no, you can make money with that. You need to be selling covered calls, if nothing else. Even maybe not even covered. You can sell naked calls. Fuck it. Either covered calls, naked calls. You can sell puts. Whatever, because it's going to crab for eternity. So you can make money with gold and silver. Just don't buy the garbage. Just sell idiots, sell schizo doomers contracts, and then let them lose their money and you'll get it. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is I need to out Bloomberg Anon. Now, Bloomberg Anon is somebody I talk to every once in a while on Steam. He's a Steam friend. But he's from here, but he doesn't come here anymore because he says there's too much poll posting, which, what the fuck are you doing on 4chan in the first place? Which I guess is why he's not here. But as I talk to him more and more, I had an epiphany the other night. Bloomberg Anon is a glowy. Not only is he a glowy, he is my assigned glowy handler. And I found this out, it really dawned on me the other day, because the way he talks, for those of you that don't know, glowy speak is it's like an uncanny valley thing. You can tell when you're talking to a glowy. So the first had the warning sign was that the poll posting thing. Anyone who says that there's too much poll posting, that's a glowy for one. Two, anytime I bring up the fact that he's Jewish, which I know he is, he shuts down. Doesn't talk. He just disappears from the Steam chat. Doesn't return. I made a comment about. I said, "Are you still dating that girl? That we talked about a long time ago?" Yeah, I've been with her for 2 years. And I was like, "Oh, good for you." I said, "Is she also Jewish?" And he goes, "Also?" ? I said, "Yeah, I know you're a Jew. I mean, it's not a big deal. You're one of the good ones, right?" Radio silence for an entire night after that. So he's been outed there. Another sign is any time you talk about the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, if you talk about how fake and gay the government is right now, the Biden administration, what a disaster they are, immediately shuts that down, tries to steer the conversation away from that. He also has tried to FUD me out of NYCB for a long time, and I won't. I told him he's wrong. I told him I want an apology. He won't give me the apology, despite the fact I'm right. And he's, like I said, he's trying to FUD me out of making money. That's a classic glowy move. So it's been established he's a glowy. I'm going to keep an eye on him because I know he's a glowy. He's trying to mess with me and get in my head. But you're not. I'm too smart. Unfortunately, you picked the wrong one, Bloomberg 89. I'm too smart to be glow-hearted like that. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. You guys know this. If I suddenly disappear, or if I wind up in a parking lot shooting myself in the head, right, which I'll never do, or if my car mysteriously drives directly into a lake with no sign of struggle, you'll know that he was involved. So just things I want to get out of the way and talk about. So hopefully next week we can have a productive trading week. I'm waiting for my bonus from work to figure out what I'm going to buy next. I don't know yet. So anyway, if anyone has any suggestions, either you can tell me in the thread or in the comments. No one ever comments in the videos, so in the thread preferably. Give me some shit to buy because I'm going to be getting a fat-ass bonus check here soon. And I'm going to invest most of it, if not all of it. So, anywho, we will see you guys later.